Oh.
Tell me about the dolls behind you.
Oh, my creepy dolls.
Yes.
My grandma Dobie had hundreds of dolls when I was growing up. She had a huge antique doll collection. And she was like my best friend when I was a kid. So when she passed away, she left me almost all of her dolls. And because I'm not that crazy, I didn't keep all of them, but I kept my favorites.
Oh my goodness.
It's funny because some of those dolls are actually kind of destroyed because I played with them when I was a kid.
Okay.
And then other ones are under glass still because like they're really expensive, so we keep them under glass and no one touches those.
Right.
So, but and one of them actually looks like me when I was a little kid. That's why I kept that one because it's creepy. It looks just like me as a child. It's really weird.
Launch is on Tuesday next week. Is that right?
Tuesday, yep, you got it.
For by somebody else. What things are you doing on the day?
Well, I'm going to get up really early. There's a lot of release day is a really busy day because you live on social media. That's a day you're on social media constantly because you're retweeting, you're sharing interviews because a lot of stuff comes out. I usually, with interviews that I do or reviews, if I know the person posting them, I try to spread them out over a week because if everyone posted on release day, that's just too much. So It's nice to kind of have it spread out over about a week. So then you get a lot of sales that first week, but you also can share and actually read things instead of just being running around like a crazy person. But I do know the only thing I will be having cocktails on Tuesday. There's a possibility I'm going to a very fancy martini bar on Tuesday night.
Oh, nice.
But other than that, I mean, it's work. It's a work day. I will be listening to a lot of 80s music and David Bowie and Freddie Mercury that day because that's what I do on release day. Somebody's series, there's so much 80s pop culture in the Bite Somebody series. Yes. So I really like to listen to the music and dance around my house But yeah, I mean, it's a work day for sure, but it's a really exciting day. And then I'll top it off either with martinis or rum punch, which is Imogene's favorite drink. Yeah. There will be cocktails somewhere within the day.
Well, that's great. And honestly, I wish you all the best with this because it is a book that I giggled from beginning to end. I enjoyed the characters. I could see them so clearly in my head. I could hear their voices when they were speaking, and I could picture their surroundings. So it's a book that I really hope does well for you because I believe that it deserves it. I truly do.
Thank you so much. That's so sweet. Thank you.
So all the very best on Tuesday.
Thank you.
And I hope to be reading something more from you sooner rather than later.
Well, if you go to my website, there's a tab called Fun Stuff, and it has all my short stories that are out. So if you do want to read something in the meantime, I have dozens of short stories that are out in the world somewhere, so